Today, I would like to start with the question, why volunteer? I know that many of you probably have the experience of volunteering, perhaps holding a camp for children, or maybe visit elderly. But I always have the question, why volunteer? What I really want to say is, what can we do for them, and what happens once we left them? There was once I had an experience that I have to give the gift boxes to the children of I have to give the gift boxes to Aboriginal children on Christmas. I remember there was a little boy that couldn't remember my name, which was the only name he had to memorize. I also remember that there was a chubby little boy that was hostile toward everyone. We had only 2 hours to know each other, but that 2 hours changed everything. Before I left, the boy that couldn't remember my name ran up to me and said to me, "Awan姐姐, bye bye." And the little chubby boy that was hostile to me, he grabbed the edge of my shirt and said to me, 姐姐,不要走了. I was so touched and moved. I successfully made them hate to part with me, but that was the last time I saw them. I never went back to visit them again. I always feel guilty about this, not going back to visit them, because I intruded their life and took something away from them, perhaps the trust or attachment toward me. We are supposed to accompany them and do some good to them. However, we just spent 2 hours, showed up 2 hours, and left them for good. That is why I joined Love and Care Association. The distinguishing feature of that club is to go to the same place volunteering regularly. Therefore, I spent my freshman year going to Tribe Ulai, playing games with the children and teach them homeworks. I talked to their parents and their teacher to see what I can do for them. And knowing every single children's personality gave us the chance to make progress as the time went by. However, did I really make it better? I mean, someday we will graduate and don't have the time to visit them again. What happens to them? They will be disappointed at first and keep asking for us, but eventually, someday, they will lose hope and trust toward grown-ups. That is not the purpose of volunteering. For the past year, my friends and I discussed about this to discuss about how we can say goodbye to the children without hurting their feelings. It's unavoidable for us to leave when the time is up. However, it is easy for us to say goodbyes because we learn to let it go when we are small. But for the children, they expect from us so much more. We are their role models, and they want us to grow to stay with them as long as possible. According to my observation, I recommend a long and consistent volunteer till the children are independent. That is what they need. But if we cannot meet the high standard, a nice and proper goodbye is important. It is our responsibility to help the children accept farewells without leaving scars. I came to a conclusion that it's always better to give than to take. But through the process of volunteering, we often gain more from the children. Therefore, whenever you decide to volunteer, please think it through. What can we do for them? What will happen after we leave? We have to realize that we are the passing travelers in their lives. We don't want them to feel disappointed because we left them. but to remember the good memories of nice companionship in their childhood. So, ask yourself again, why volunteer? TME.